up? I'm gonna do a mic check real quick. Gotta do a mic check real quick. Hold on 1 second. Make sure I can be heard pretty good. Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check,
Mic check, mic check,
mic check.
mic check, mic check.
Okay, I can hear pretty good. Um, we talk about these Bears, man. Let's talk about moves that the Bears need to make on the off season. We had a relatively, to me, it was a bad season. Even though the Bears made the playoffs, to me, it was not a good season. They had a up and down season. Switching quarterbacks, not having any identity. Because the Bears, they just didn't have it. It came down to this. They just didn't have an identity. You have to have an identity. Matt Nagy, he wants to run his offense. That Kansas City offense, but he don't feel like Mitch Trubisky, you know, know enough of the offense, which he doesn't. When they did go 12 and 4 in, his first year, but he said he was only operating on about 30% of the playbook. So he wanted to open up more. So he opened it up more the next year. It seemed like Mr. Trubisky, digressed from the first year, which he really didn't. It's just he opened up more the playbook, so he had more to understand, more to see, more to know, and the offense went kind of downhill in the second year. This year they bring in Nick Foles. They had to have a quarterback competition, which to me is good because Mr. Trubisky needed to get more focus on the position, and they started. Well, let me back up a little bit. When they were in training camp, they said that Nick Foles was looking very, very good. So I thought Nick Foles was going to start. A lot of people thought Nick Foles was going to start. So just like me and a lot of people, we were surprised that Mitchell Trubisky got to start, being that what we heard coming out of camp, out of training camp. But uh, I want to say that as soon as Mr. Trubisky made a costly mistake that Matt Nagy didn't like, uh, he pulled him. Then entered Mr. Dickey. Mr. Dickey came back and won the game. And from then on in, it was like downhill. You know, we already had offensive line problems. You can't. They were a pretty good um, pass blocking offensive line. At times, but abysmal run block offensive line. Because I thought Montgomery, I'm like, man, maybe he's not the running back, but who, you know, even the Bears thought he was coming out of college. They said he was hard running, elusive running. But if you don't have an offensive line that can't block, I don't care how hard or elusive you are, you're not going to go anywhere. And as soon as they shored that up, the offensive line, they brought in, I think they said they brought in 3 or 4 new offensive linemen. They switched them out. And that offensive line for the last, let me see, 6 games, 6 or 7 games or somewhere up in there, started playing better as a unit. More importantly, they started blocking. And Montgomery, I believe, he ended up going over 1,000 yards. You know what I'm saying? So he is a pretty good running back. He catches the backfield. He's like a 3 down running back. Catch up the backfield, run between the tackles, and he can pick up the blitz. So that's what they call a 3 down running back, and he is that. And he showed that he can carry the load. You know, they lose to Green Bay because if they won that game, that catapults them to the playoffs. Under their own validity. But because of the Rams won, they were able to get in. You know what I'm saying? They were able to. I think the Rams beat the Cardinals, so the Bears bagged into the playoffs, which I never like to see bagging into the playoffs. It's not a good vibe. It's not a good feeling. It's not a good momentum when you bag into the playoffs. Yes, you're there. You're happy that you're there, but to To me, it's not a good way of going to the playoffs. So I picked them to lose against the Saints. I'm a Bears fan, but I'm not gonna look at them and say they're gonna beat the Saints when the Saints is a better football team. And even though the Bears is running the ball, pretty well, um, Matt Nagy still had the cuffs on Mitch Trubisky. What I thought he could just let him go. Just he can make throws. Now, yes, he's not real good at beating defense. You know what I'm saying? That's obvious. Um, you have to tailor the offense to what he does best. Is roll out of the pocket, make plays with his legs, make plays outside the pocket. Make he can make all the throws. It's just him reading defense. Now he can make plays inside the pocket, but he's not a guy where he's gonna sit in the pocket and say he's gonna beat you from the pocket. He can beat you from the pocket. To me, if you have better skilled players on the outside, I like Robinson. I believe he's a pretty good wide receiver. He's probably you could say he's probably top 10, top 15 receiver. Top 10, top 10, 12, somewhere up in there. My only hold up, I don't know if it's the offense or it's just Robinson's skill set, but he's not a deep threat. And to me, I'm not saying he has to be a Tyreek Hill, but you have to have a threat of him getting behind the safety. Because if you have that as your number one receiver, it opens up the tight end space and it opens up space for whoever you have in the slot. You know what I'm saying? And it opens up the space for other wide receivers and your running back because the safety, you're taking the safety out of the system. So, so he doesn't have that now. To me, he's like a high level, very high level possession. You know what I'm saying? And he can make a lot of plays. He makes diving catches, catches above. He can do all them things. But I don't know if it's a scheme or he just can't really run past people like that. And that may be the case. But in that offense, if you look, because he comes from the Kansas City Andy Reid tree, that's where Matt Nagy comes from. In that Kansas City offense, they got nothing but speed. Speed on the outside, inside. One of the best tight ends, if not the best tight end, and Travis Kelsey. So it's just, it's just the weapons that they have that the Bears are not privy to. Now they do have that Mooney kid. I like that Mooney kid. He can actually get behind the defense. He's just shorter in stature, you know what I'm saying? But he can get behind the defense. He's quick. He can run. They say he can run all the route. They say he's a quick route runner. And I like the Cole Komet kid that they drafted from Notre Dame. He's a pretty good tight end. Even Michigan said that they need to use him more, to start using him more and start using Jimmy Graham less and less. Jimmy Graham is not the player he used to be, but he still makes plays. And he's still a big red zone target. He's like 6'6". You know what I'm saying? He can jump. He used to be a basketball player, so he can jump. And Cole Komet is a little faster, a little bit more youthful, and they need to start using him more. I believe they got a sure thing in him at tight end. Like I said, that Mooney kid is good. They need to move him to the slot. That's why they need another guy on the outside. The Bears need another guy on the outside, opposite of Robinson. If they keep Robinson, I don't know if they're going to keep him. I know he want a contract extension. They should give him a contract extension. I think he earned that. I believe he caught like about 105, 106 catches. I believe he got like 8 or 9 touchdowns going up in there. To me, he's earned. You know what I'm saying? I think he maybe have close to 1,000 yards or over 1,000 yards. I'm not sure, but I think he earned a new contract. I don't know how much the contract will be, but I think he's earned a new contract. Not saying he has earned a new contract, and but they need someone else on the outside. The Bears just need to get more, skilled players anyway. Tariq Cohen injury hurt them because he was a guy that you can put anywhere in the backfield, wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? You can put him anywhere on the field, and use his talent, to open up things. So his injury did not help the Bears. They were already seeing with skillful players. The kid Cordell Patterson, he does well from time to time. I don't know if Matt Nagy really knows how to use him. You can use him in the backfield. You can line him up at wide receiver. You can do multitude of things with him, just like Tariq Cohen. That's why I think Matt Nagy needs to get in the room and figure out how to get those guys the ball in their hands. And they really need to go out, either draft or go out. I don't know if their draft pick this year, maybe because they did make the playoffs. They were 88. They didn't have a great record, so they're probably gonna pick like somewhere like 15, 15 or 18. You know what I'm saying? But they need to get a receiver. They need to get a receiver in the first round. If they can't get a really good offensive lineman, get a receiver in there with some speed. You know what I'm saying? And can take the top off the defense. They need to draft at least three offensive linemen. No doubt about it. Even though that offensive line did block well the last 5 or 6 games, they need offensive line help on that team. Now, whether they keep Mitsubishi or not, if they don't keep Mitsubishi, I don't know where they go. I know people saying they should try to trade for Matt Stafford, but Matt Stafford got an injury history. His last 4 years, he's missing games because of injury. He can't stay healthy. Who else is out there? They said some people say we'll trade for Deshaun Watson. The Bears should be drafting Deshaun Watson in the first place. I thought that's where they were going to go. He was fresh out of Clemson, going to the national title game 2 years in a row, played really well. He's had a really good college career. Everybody's saying, well, people were not talking about Patrick Mahomes. I'm telling you, go back that year, listen to ESPN, listen to all. Nobody was talking about Patrick Mahomes as the next big thing. So I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, they passing on Patrick Mahomes." Nobody was talking about Patrick Mahomes like that. Like they were talking about that he had talent, but if people thought he was going to be, they won't talk about Patrick Mahomes like they talk about Trevor Lawrence, like they talked about Peyton Manning before he came out, like they talked about other quarterbacks, Dan Marino. They weren't talk the old way. They wasn't talking about him like they were talking about those quarterbacks was doing the sure thing. He was a guy that had talent, raw talent, and if you could bring it out, you could probably have something. And he went to the perfect system, the perfect guy in Andy Reid. And they already had weapons there when he got there. They didn't have to draft the weapons. They had Travis Kelce was already there. Tariq Cohen was already there. I believe they got either Watkins got there the same year he got drafted, or he came the next year, somewhere up in there. They got Sammy Watkins, which is a former first round pick, high pick too. Um, then they end up drafting Harmon and Pringle and those guys. So Patrick Mahomes went to the perfect situation with all those weapons. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to, and he sat behind Alex Smith the first year, somewhere up in there. So he was able to get groomed, you know what I'm saying, by a great offensive mind and Andy Reid. Matt Nagy was there. He was on that team, on that staff. And they got, what's my guy name? He's Eric Bannon. They got him there. So he came to the perfect situation. So, but like I said, no one was talking about Patrick Mahomes in the same light that they were talking about Peyton Manning and said, "Oh, he's a guy you can't pass up on." He's just one of those guys that had a lot of talent and went to the right situation, and the talent was able to blossom. You know what I'm saying? Some players get that. Some players get, uh, fortunate to go to the right place. Because a lot of times it's about going to the right place at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Just like Tom Brady. He went to Bill Belichick. You know what I'm saying? And Bill Belichick had that defense that he had, being a defensive mind, had that running game, and they had some weapons on offense. And Tom Brady was able to blossom slowly. He was All the pressure wasn't on him. Everything was on his shoulders. He didn't go to a bad team that had to build from the ground up, and everything was on his shoulders. You know what I'm saying? So happen like that. But I thought it was a no-brainer. The Bears should have took Deshaun Watson. I thought that was where they was going to go. I didn't, I didn't see this Mitch Trubisky kid. He just came out of nowhere. North Carolina. He started his last year, his senior year, and I believe he played like 12 games. You know what I'm saying? So he only played 12 games in college himself. So he didn't have a lot of experience being a starter, in college. So when he came to the NFL, he wasn't as polished as the other guys. So um, they brought in Matt Nagy, and he just didn't he wasn't there when Mitch Trubisky got drafted, so he wasn't the choice. I believe Matt Nagy want to pick his quarterback that he believes can run his offense, because he wants to run his offense. Um, well, so like I said, I don't know if they're going to keep Mitch Trubisky. I don't know how that's going to go, but they have to screw up since they're not that defense. 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, when that kicker missed the field goal, that was a Super Bowl caliber defense. Who knows if the guy would have made the the kick, how far the Bears team could have went that year. And what that did was, over the next couple of years, that defense has dropped from a Super Bowl winning defense to a playoff winning defense. Now they're still a playoff winning defense because they had the Bears in the game, and the defense kept them in the game. Uh, Williams dropped the touchdown pass. You just can't do that. You cannot drop. That's what you get paid for. You're a wide receiver. You're a guy that's what I believe Williams is probably like the fifth receiver on the depth chart. This is your moment. Guys are injured. Guys are out. It's your moment to shine, and you drop the football. Now that's why you on fifth on the depth chart. He got some talent. He has the physical tools. He obviously got speed. He got behind the safety. You know what I'm saying? It was a nice trick play. They lined Mr. Trubisky outside as a wide receiver, snapped the ball. He came over, and the wide receiver, or whoever they had it at quarterback, picked him the ball, and he threw a deep, perfect pass. Now the Williams, whatever his name is, he had just caught a nice pass on the sideline. Got his feet down and everything, boom, and then you got that. That changes everything. You're on the road. Saints was already up 7-0. You get that touchdown. Things change. Plays change. Maybe you put some anxiety in the Saints. Your defensive scheme change. Their defensive scheme change. You know what I'm saying? That's what that touchdown represented. It represented momentum. It represented guys feeling like, man, maybe we can win. We can win this thing. But when you drop it, it just deflates everything. You just deflate it when you drop that. And then I don't think did they score. Did they get a field goal out of it? I believe they did get a field goal out of it. But nevertheless, the Saints get the ball, and the Bears turn them over. So, and then the Bears got the ball at half. At the half, you see how that touchdown catch that he missed, that he didn't catch. He had a snowball downhill. He catches that. They got the turnover. Now the momentum that they had from that touchdown, maybe they can get another touchdown. They didn't get the ball at the half. You see how that? Like I said, I don't want to even get it. Look, God bless him, but I'll cut him. And then you got Anthony Miller. Now Anthony Miller, from when he was a rookie, I remember. I can check my archive. I remember making a Bears video, and I mentioned him in the video. I said, "Gotta watch out for this Anthony Miller kid. He has talent, but he's a hothead. He's a hot dog. He's a hothead." And even then, he was getting penalties. You know what I'm saying? Penalties that he shouldn't be getting. In this game, I don't know what the guy did to him. I don't know what the guy said to him. but you cannot get kicked out of the game and you already got three wide receivers down. You just can't do that. I don't understand what we want to. Instead, like I said, he's a hot hitter, and he got kicked out of the game. You know what I'm saying? To me, he has talent. He can get behind the defense, but for whatever reason, whatever happened, uh, the guy got up under his skin. The best way to get at him is to continue making plays. If he's making plays on him, that's the best way to get at him. Is keep making plays. But like I said, you have he's a hothead, and I'm not surprised he got thrown out. I'm not surprised he did it, something to get thrown out. But I don't know, man. I don't know what the Bears what the Bears are going to do, but I just laid out what they should do. They should get draft three offensive linemen, get another, get a couple more wide receivers. I don't know what's up with Calvin Ridley, brother, the Ridley kid. I don't know if he can't understand the playbook or he's not what they're looking for. Or, I don't know. He can't move up the depth chart. But he got nice size and nice speed. I don't know why he's not getting the opportunity. I think he got on the field a couple times. I think, yeah. But they need to they want to grab some more defensive players because the defense is getting older. When you have a Super Bowl caliber defense, that defense lasted about that defense got about 5 years. Now the Bears 1, 2, 3. The Bears are about to be on year 4, so it starts trending down. It doesn't trend up because it's the most physical side of the ball, one of the most or the most physical side of the ball. So it's going to trend down. Good morning, man. You sound like you're far. Your mic. No, I'm right. Hold on. Let me see. How about now? Does it sound better? Does it sound better? But that defense is trending down. That defense is not what it was 3 years ago. You got Keem Hicks. He started having injuries. Khalil Mack, I believe, what 2 years ago or last year, he was missing games. Uh, that's the one. Okay. Um, Eddie Jackson, he had missed some games. Joaquin, he missed he missed this playoff game, and he's been missing games. So your defense, you know what I'm saying, it gets older, man. You get about 5 years now. Like I said, this defense it went from a Super Bowl caliber defense to a playoff caliber defense, and then it drops off from there. So, like I said, the Bears got a lot of work to do. They got a lot of decisions to make, and Matt Nagy said he thinks he's found his the identity for the team on offense. So let's hope he has found that. He said it's the running game, and I've been telling people for a long time. Yes, this is a passing era, but the team that can mix the pass with the run is going to be the team that's going to be successful. They're going to be the teams that are going to be successful. So you have to still run the football, man. You have to have the threat of the run. If you don't have the threat of the run, and then they just know you're going to pass. Okay, so we're going to sit on that. Then if you're not as good as it as Kansas City, as the Rams was a couple years ago, even though the Rams was running the football very, very, very well. You know what I'm saying? But people wasn't seeing the fact that they were running the ball good. And Kansas City, they run the ball pretty good too themselves. Green Bay run the ball pretty good themselves. Who else? The Saints run the ball pretty good. So the Ravens run the ball. The Tennessee Titans, before they got knocked out by the Ravens, they ran. So it's still a running league. You know what I'm saying? But people are looking at it like it's mostly a passing league. But like I said, man, the Bears they got some things to do, man. This is week 2 of the playoffs. You got the Rams and the Packers. Now, Rams, Los Angeles, they like that sun. They finna play in Lambeau Field. I don't know what the weather is going to be, but I know it's going to be cold. I don't know if it's going to be snow. Usually it's snow this type of year in Lambeau Field. I'm going to go with the Packers. I know uh, that the quarterback for the Rams, I know he's still dealing with a thumb element. I think his thumb is still broke or whatever. They got it taped up. It's not a good thing going into Lambeau Field cold, and you got, you know what I'm saying, you you got to nurse an injury. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how bad it is, but he still had it taped up in the last game. Even though I do like the Rams defense, and the Rams do run the ball pretty well, but the Green Bay Packers, I just think Aaron Rodgers is playing at a high level this year. Um, you know, he got all the weapons he need. He even got that tight end that came along out of nowhere. I don't even know what that tight end. I think is. I don't even know if he's a rookie or whatever year he is, but he's having a real good year. Devontae Adams, even though the Rams got Jalen Ramsey, who I think can match up with Devontae Adams, but I just think Aaron Rodgers playing on another level. They got a good running game as well and a pretty good defense. So I'm gonna take the Packers at home, man. The Ravens and the Bills. Now, I like the Bills. I like the Ravens too. I like the Bills. Maybe I like the Bills a little bit more. But the fact that I think Lamar Jackson can give the Bills a lot of trouble because the Bills are not good at at stopping the run. And one thing about National Football League, man, you can't stop the run, man. The team that can run the football, effectively, can have the time of possession can be so high that you can, even though you got a high power offense like the Bills do, you can, with Josh Allen, you can barely get on the field. You know what I'm saying? They show that high power offense, and the Bills, their defense is less to be desired. So let me see, man. This gonna be a close game. I'm gonna take I'm gonna take the Ravens in that game. Uh, the Browns and the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs. I just think the Chiefs got too much. The Browns have a lot of injuries, and well, not even just injuries. They got a lot of people under the COVID-19 protocol or whatever. Maybe they'll be back for this game, but I know that even their coach. So maybe I think everything will be good for this game. I know you got to be on the protocol for what 15 days. Maybe they'll be back for this game, but I'm gonna take the Chiefs. I don't care if they had everyone. I'm taking the Chiefs. The Saints and the Buccaneers. The Saints beat the Buccaneers twice this year. Um, I like that Saints defense. I like that Saints defense. Drew Brees is starting to play better. This will be his third or fourth game back from injury. Kamara is running the ball pretty good. They got the wide receiver, their top wide receiver back. Thomas. So let me see. I'm gonna go with the Saints. Even though Tampa Bay is playing better, I think they're finding their chemistry. But Tampa Bay can't run the football, so the Saints are gonna be pinning their ears back, and the Saints can get to the quarterback. With their front four, they're capable. They got a really good back end of their defense with Lattimore and a couple other guys. In that secondary, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with the Saints. The Saints at home. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let me get on up out of here. Hey, thanks, Tommy Temper, for coming through, man. Tomorrow I'm gonna have an interesting boxing topic. It's gonna be Bernard Hopkins, Floyd Mayweather, or Pacquiao. Who era was that? And I think that's an interesting. That's going to be an interesting topic. I'm gonna get out of here, man.